Hi there, I'm Udara from Protonest. So we have launched a new product named IoT Design Tool, in which we help people to make their IoT product, and we guide them through the process. So now let's talk about why IoT matters most in today's life. So IoT is connecting the world as never before, and people tend to move into IoT products, and whether it can be consumer applications, it can be industrial applications. The opportunities for innovation is really vast in the field of IoT. So people tend to move into that. So the basic challenge that people face when making an IoT device is the complexity in designing and implementing, since a complete IoT system needs both hardware and software. So that is the thing, and we are planning to cater that issue and help people in developing an IoT product. So here's our all-in-one IoT development companion. So it simplifies complex IoT design process into small steps, and we are providing a complete guide to help you to divide the complete process into small parts, and we help you in selecting components and uh, platforms as well. So it is an interactive, user-friendly tool you can use, and it guides you from concept to completing the prototype. So let's talk about the features of the tool. It basically simplifies the complete process into small parts, as I said earlier, and it gives a roadmap of what you need to do when designing and implementing the project. And we provide educational support throughout the process with articles given for each and most of the questions in the tool. And if you need to customize your IoT product, you are able to do that as well. If you need custom PCB design or custom enclosure for your device, so we are providing the points that you need to consider in designing and implementing them. So after that, we will be providing an expert review for the form you have submitted, and we will be given you will be given a code and a timeline for implementing the project if you need us to implement it. Otherwise, you are able to implement it through our DIY option, but it's not implemented yet, but we are looking forward for that. So first you need to add your contact information and define your needs and choose the learning path. So I will explain that later. Yeah, here's the first screen you get. Yeah, you are able to get add your personal information there, and after that you need to select whether you need a complete IoT system, IoT device, a mobile app, a web app, or a PCB design. So you can select as per your need. And after that, if you have finalized everything, you can go for direct requirement send. So you don't need to look for our other steps as well, so you can directly upload the requirement. If not, you are able to click learn while ordering, which guides you through the complete process of developing. So if you click learn while ordering, you will be uh, directed to a screen. uh, you will be you are able to add your title, the overview, and the features of your system. So here's the screen, and if you are having multiple devices, multiple IoT devices for your IoT system, you can add 2 or 3 likewise. So the questions will be iterated for each and every device you have added. Here's an example of how you need to add data to the page which is related to IoT system details. If you need to have sensors, actuators, basically most of the IoT devices are having sensors, actuators, and the communication, which is most important in an IoT device. So here's the page related to that, and you need to add the list of sensors, list of actuators, and the overview of the device and the specific features that needs to be included in the device. After that, you will be having this screen, which is the screen related to communication protocols. You can select the suitable communication protocol, and if you need assistance, you can get assistance through our articles. So in here you need to add the communication protocol and what is the feature related to that. So data storage and backend solutions, it is a very important thing in an IoT project. So if you need data storage for your project, you can select SQL, NoSQL, likewise. So we have given you questions related to that. And if you need backend services, there are custom as well as existing platforms. So we can use those platforms in order to make our project. So we have given the articles for that, and the hosting preferences you can select according to your needs. So the user interface, which is really important in an IoT device, it can be a mobile app, it can be a web app, it can be a touch or non-touch display. So according to your requirement, you can select any of them. So after that, you will be getting a set of questions related to each of them. So it's basically up to you to select, and we are guiding through the process. So here's an example. If you click non-touch display, you will be getting this type of questions. So now let's go to the power supply and the hardware preferences you have. So the power source, it's really important for an IoT device to have the power through a battery. Most of the IoT devices are having a battery. So it's up to you to decide whether you need a battery or if you are having the device in a static place, you can use AC supply as well. So if you are using a battery, it is important to consider the energy efficiency as well. So we have a set of questions for energy efficiency. If we increase the energy efficiency through hardware adjustments, it will cost some more bucks from your for the project. So you need to consider that as well. So we have questions related to that. And if you need any hardware specific hardware preference, if you have any, you can add them as well. So that is up to this point. And if you need any additional feature added to your system, like the enclosure designing, if you need any machine learning integration for the embedded system or the mobile or web app, so we can do that as well. We have a list of questions for these things. And the PCB designing, which is really important if you are going through the prototype. So we have a separate set of questions for PCB designing that you need to consider. And the safety features, which is really important, so we have added more questions for them as well. So here's some of the questions for enclosure designing, for PCB designing. And after that, you can submit the form, and we will be reviewing with an expert team, and we will be getting back to you with the code timeline as well as some questions if you are having them. So the DIY option for you is also there, but it's not implemented yet. So we are trying to implement it as soon as possible. So in that case, we are trying to give you the instructions to implement it by yourself. So that is the target of that. And throughout like 4 to 5 years, we are having experience in developing embedded systems and IoT projects. So we will be giving you support throughout the process, from completing from ideation to making the product a reality. So we will be supporting you throughout, and our vision is to make your IoT idea a reality. So let's begin your IoT journey with Protonest IoT tool.